Tonight at 6, a big night in Duluth as the city council weighs a possible mask mandate.
Plus, an empty Duluth building catches fire for the third time this winter. Tonight, the fire chiefs plead those looking to get out of the cold.
And an investigation is underway into alleged child abuse at a Cloquet foster home. What police are asking of the community.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. Thanks for joining us. In just about an hour, Duluth City Councilors are expected to vote on an emergency mask mandate. The idea was brought up abruptly last week as COVID cases keep surging.
It's a topic that has the whole city buzzing as the community members on both sides are speaking out. CBS3's Quinn Gorham tells us what's at stake in tonight's decision. Quinn.
Kristen, it feels like we're moving back in time with the discussion of yet another citywide mask mandate, but that's exactly where we stand as the Omicron variant rapidly spreads in our region. Councilor Therese Tamanik proposed reinstating the citywide mask mandate, something that sparked intense division among the community. The council has received more than 100 emails expressing both support and concern over the proposed mandate. Dozens of people defended the proposal, saying it's necessary and very much needed to protect our community. However, on the other side, many say the requirement won't help the situation and will only hurt businesses already trying to recover from the pandemic's toll. All eyes will be on the council tonight as the community awaits a decision. Now, tonight's vote is twofold. The council will first have to vote to declare a citywide emergency. That vote needs to be unanimous. If that's approved, the council will then vote on the mask ordinance itself. That vote just needs to be passed by a simple majority. However, if the emergency is not approved, a vote will not be taken up on the mask ordinance. During Thursday's session, there was tense discussion among councilors on whether reinstating the mandate is what's best for the community.
We've got a public health crisis with COVID and have for some time. It is up to interpretation around when that threshold tips and things like this become necessary again. I don't have strong opinions on that at the moment.
Now, if the emergency mask ordinance is approved, it would go into effect 48 hours after the vote. That means people would have to wear masks inside businesses and city buildings. Councilors also say the mandate would be temporary, most likely in effect until March 1st. This push comes after Minneapolis and St. Paul issued a new indoor mask mandate late last week. Essentia Health and St. Luke's also issued a joint statement in favor of the mandate as hospitals are overwhelmed.
All right, thank you, Quinn. And tonight we will have the latest on the council's decision.
Also tonight, 2 new council members will be a part of that controversial vote. Mike Mayow and Azreen Owl will be sworn in ahead of tonight's first council meeting of the new year. They were elected to replace outgoing councilors Zach Filipovich and Joel Cypress. New leadership will also be voted on. Councilor Eric Forsman will be tapped in as the council president, replacing Councilor Renee Van Nett, and Councilor Janet Kennedy will take over as vice president.
COVID is already taking its toll on tax season. This year's tax filing season will now begin on January 24th, 17 days earlier than last year. The IRS is warning a resurgence of COVID-19 infections on top of less funding from Congress could make this filing season particularly challenging. They are urging taxpayers to file their returns electronically and to get their refunds by direct deposit to avoid processing delays. You have until April 18th to complete your return. That's 3 days later than normal because Washington, D.C. is observing Emancipation Day on April 15th.
More free COVID-19 testing is making its way to Wisconsin. The Washburn County Health Department will now provide free PCR testing every Monday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The testing site is located inside the Washburn County Annex building. County health leaders say masks must be worn indoors there, and registration is not required, but will speed up your visit. You can expect to see your test results 24 to 72 hours after collection.
Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, another chilly one out there.
Yeah, it dropped into the mid-20s below for some northern Minnesota towns, and Wisconsin and Michigan weren't too far behind. It was one more day of the Arctic chill, but the chill is going to be put to bed thanks to the approach of a warm front. Our upper Midwest map shows that warm front creeping towards us from the Dakotas. It's part of a low pressure system that's well off towards our west. So the cold high pressure in place right now, that starts to migrate eastward, allowing the warm front to push milder conditions towards us, which hopefully will clear up our roads even more. Last week we got a lot of snow that knocked our roads down for several days, and there are still some pockets of resistance out there tonight. If you're going for a cruise in northern Minnesota, north of the Mesabi Range towards the Canadian border, there's still some scattered slippery spots to watch out for. And to the snow belt, which got the heaviest snow last week, we're still looking at roughly Mercer heading out towards the east, things being a little bit scattered as far as the slippery spots go there as well. There could be a little more snow coming our way later this week, but not immediately. Tonight, increasing clouds could trigger a little bit of flurry activity, but shouldn't add up to much. Low temps will start to warm up with that warm front. And then Tuesday, high temps in the lower 20s with a mostly cloudy sky. How long can that last in January? I think for a bit. And I'll show you how long that bit will be in just a minute or two.
Thanks, Dave. This was the scene early this morning as flames ripped through a vacant building in Duluth's Lincoln Park neighborhood. Flames sky high as crews rushed to put out the fire, quickly overtaking the abandoned building.
That fire broke out just before 7:30 this morning near 20th Avenue and West Superior Street. It happened at the Esmond building, formerly known as the Seaway Hotel. CBS3's Larissa Millis has been following that fire all day and is live at the scene now. Larissa, sounds like the fire really took its toll.
Yeah, Briggs, Kristen, it did. But as you can see behind me, crews are gone for the day after being out here since, as you mentioned, early this morning. Now, they have boarded up the building with the hopes of encouraging people to stay away, as well as blocking off the blocks with caution tape. While the building hasn't fully collapsed, fire crews were worried about that possibility, so they evacuated nearby businesses, some of which shut down for the day. We spoke to some of those business owners who say, based on their past experiences, they have their suspicions about what could have caused the fire.
As the sun rose Monday morning, flames were blazing in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District at the Esmond building, shutting down much of the neighborhood.
We are closed actually for the day now because there's no way I can get my golfers in safely and even access because you can't cross over the fire hoses, which are coming from all directions.
Stephanie LaFleur owns the Caddy Shack, which is just a few doors down from the Esmond building. She says safety of customers and firefighters is what matters most.
Not safe to be around here right now, especially with the smoke. It's just best to stay home and stay warm. It's cold enough as it is. We don't need to fight people that are getting frostbitten because they're trying to see what's going on.
City officials say the fire will be under investigation for some time, but LaFleur believes that, like many fires at condemned buildings in severely cold weather, it could have been caused by someone seeking warmth.
And we don't know who was in, but more than likely it probably was squatters again, trying to get warm with it being 33 below. They're looking for some place to get warm.
That thought was echoed by Sarah Herrick-Smizik, co-owner of DLH Clothing. She says in these cold temperatures, safety and warmth are some of the most important things.
So we can only hope for the best. For what we know so far, nobody has been hurt from this fire.
She says no matter the ultimate damages of the fire, she has faith the community will support each other.
Lincoln Park is an absolutely amazing community to be a part of. This area is really known for lifting each other up, and I expect that that will be the same if we by chance really need anything as we really figure out what our outcome is from this.
Now, this is the third time this building has caught fire in the past few weeks. We're still waiting on an official cause for all three. Now, tonight, Duluth's fire chief held a press conference where he encouraged people experiencing homelessness to seek out shelter at a warming shelter or another safe way to get out of the cold.
A good reminder. Thanks, Larissa. The Duluth Housing and Redevelopment Authority actually owns the Esmond building. It was scheduled to be torn down a week from tomorrow, and a $9 million apartment building is set to go up in its place.
Accusations of child abuse in a Cloquet foster home are causing an outcry in the community.
This video is from one of several protests in Cloquet recently. It started after a family posted pictures and videos on Facebook, which they say showed children being abused by their foster parents. The children and foster parents are members of the Native community. The family called on people to report the abuse to police.
Cloquet Police Chief Derek Randall says his department is actively investigating the complaints. They are working with the Carleton County Attorney, Carleton County Human Services, and the Fond du Lac Band. He says because the case involves children, they can't release many details, but are following protocols to ensure they are safe.
The Fond du Lac Band also issued a statement saying the safety of its members, especially children, is of utmost importance. The band is working with law enforcement to investigate. They also ask the community to stop posting private information on social media out of respect for the children and families involved.
And we'll continue following the investigation and bring you updates when they become available.
Still to come on Live Local, CBS3, a U.S. Senator from Wisconsin says his job serving his country isn't over yet. We'll explain the political impacts next.
And our cold snap isn't quite over yet. We had a low of 18 below this morning. It'll still be below zero around the region tomorrow morning, but not so drastic. And then the high tomorrow afternoon could start to go back towards that normal of 20 above. We'll talk about that temperature timeline after a break.
You're watching Live Local CBS3 News at 6. With Kristen Vaki, Briggs LaSavage, sports with Duncan Goldberg, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson. On Live Local CBS3.
Sick of waiting for your furniture to arrive? Menards has furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $299 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional? A new recliner or love seat? Buy one today. Get a free rug. Hurry up. Get to Menards before they're gone. In store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
It's that time of the year when we all want a transformation. First we hit the gym, then we try to diet. How about a makeover that will actually last? A bath makeover from Bath Planet. In 2022, we are offering a free premium color upgrade, 2 free accessories, plus no interest, no payments, and nothing down until 2023. So skip the gym and the diet and call Bath Planet or go online to book your appointment today. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
At Wittes Trailer Sales, we have tons of new inventory on the ground and more arriving weekly. We also have ready to go Heineken and Snow Dogs, snow plows, and spreaders. While you're here, check out our new Mahindra tractor inventory. Did you know we are a certified Argo dealer for all your amphibious needs? And of course, with our fantastic parts and service departments, we can keep you on the road. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Have you been thinking about selling your home? If you've been putting off some of those interior updates and projects, now is the perfect time to start setting goals for yourself. Visit yournorthlandhome.com for a list of ideas on what to organize, clean, or upgrade in order to get the best bang for your buck. Inventory is low and buyers are still in the market, which makes now a great time to sell. If you'd like more guidance on how to get your home ready to list, schedule a private consultation with the JS Realty team today.
I know, but Mom, don't skip your recommended vaccines. They help protect you against certain diseases, so ask your doctor or pharmacist about any recommended vaccines you may need. Skip the other stuff instead, like, I don't know.
Skip the pants. Huh?
They're already doing that.
Nice.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Cully.
Yeah, so skip one of those mini Zoom parties. No, Mom, no. Not our Zoom party. I lost her.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an incredible doctor. His heart muscle is enlarged. What caused that? We're gonna find out.
Sam, you stole my job.
Dad, I'm one of 2 women in my department. I am not backing down. I'm not giving up. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
She's my daughter. She needs me more than she thinks.
I'm Sam.
Everyone knows who you are, Dr. Griffith.
A New Good Sam, Wednesday, 10/9 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. CBS3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
One more cold one this morning, indeed. We had temperatures dropping into the 20 below range for a lot of the area, especially in Minnesota. 20 below Hibbing Chisholm, 26 below towards Orr. Big Fork as well. 18 below. Moose Lake is still a little bit brisk. That's what we got over the hill in Duluth this morning. 22 below for Solon Springs, 20 below for Hayward, and 15 below for many towns in the Upper Peninsula. You know, Hayward may go towards 15 below tomorrow morning, but that'll be the coldest spot as a warm front brings temperatures up for everybody else. Yeah, we're going below zero again tomorrow morning one last time, but it won't be as drastic as it has been the past couple of days. Right now, 8 below at the Duluth International Airport, but with the warm front coming our way, clouds are going to be increasing and temperatures as well. I think the Twin Ports low by tomorrow morning will be 5 below than tomorrow afternoon's high, thanks to the warm front into the 20s above. But back to the current conditions, we have a west wind right now at 5 miles per hour. Relative humidity is 59%, and that 5-mile-an-hour wind is enough to kick up a wind chill factor of 19 below. But again, in just a few hours, improvements should come our way. So these temperatures we're seeing right now should moderate. We'll get low temperatures on the cold side before midnight and then an increase after midnight. But for the moment, 18 below Hibbing and Chisholm, 19 below International Falls, 9 below Cloquet, 9 below also Solon Springs, 17 below in Ashland, 5 to 8 below for the Upper Peninsula. Warm front in a matter of hours, though, will send temperatures up just a little bit. So the blue sunny sky we had earlier today has seen clouds increase as a low pressure system tries to advance towards our region. It's reaching towards us with a very long warm front, and that's what's going to make things milder by tomorrow afternoon. The frontal passage tonight might kick up a couple of snow showers, but it shouldn't be anything too drastic. What it's really going to be bringing then is a cloudier sky and milder temperatures here on Tuesday. Once we get into late Wednesday, though, the front and its approaching low could start to kick up a light snow chance beginning again just north of the border late Wednesday night in through Thursday and Friday. Maybe another 1 to 3 inches possible then by the time we exit Friday into Saturday. Now let's get a look at our 7-day forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, 5 to 10 below is a lot warmer than it was this morning. Increasing clouds may bring a couple flurries, and those may spill and sprinkle across Wisconsin and Michigan as well. Hayward may be the cold spot tomorrow morning at 15 below, but then things are going to warm up. Wisconsin, Michigan tomorrow afternoon climbing into the low 20s. 20 is where we're supposed to be. Mostly cloudy sky, a small price to pay for things to be not so bitterly cold. Minnesota high temps 18 up north, 25 down towards Moose Lake with a mostly cloudy sky as well. Extended forecast, we stay in the 20s through Friday. And again, late Wednesday night through Friday, we have that chance for the lighter snows. It will step back a bit, Briggs and Kristen, by the weekend, 15 to 20 for our highs. But that's fairly close to the normal of 20. Yeah. So we're not going below zero either, not even during the cooler period. We'll hold on to above zero readings at least by 3 to 5 degrees.
Yeah, thankful for that. I gotta say, it takes me a heck of a long time to get all my layers on to go take my dog out for a walk or just go out to the car. And
everything is a struggle in these temperatures we've been seeing.
So a bit of respite's coming our way this week.
Yes. We are lucky. Thank you, Dave. Well, experts are weighing in tonight after a big announcement affecting Wisconsin politics. Republican Senator Ron Johnson is seeking re-election. He made that official announcement last night after initially pledging to be a 2-term senator back in 2016. In an op-ed piece with the Wall Street Journal, he shared that the country is in, quote, too much peril for him to leave right now, and he does not make this decision lightly. Political analysts say Johnson's decision to run again bodes well for Senate Republicans.
I think there is a belief in the Republican Party that they have a chance to retake the Senate, and they believe he is probably the strongest candidate among Republican options to do that.
The current frontrunners for the Democratic Party in the Senate race are Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, Milwaukee Bucks executive Alex Lasry, and State Treasurer Sarah Godlewski.
There's a warrant out for an Itasca County attorney's arrest after he didn't show up for his court hearing today. Jesse Powell is facing 5 counts of criminal sexual conduct. The 32-year-old is accused of sexually assaulting a victim between February and August while representing her in her divorce. According to court documents, the complaints range from non-consensual kissing and touching to rape. Online records show Powell has a history of misconduct dating back to at least 2018. A harassment order was filed against him last March. Before that, he was suspended from his position as Itasca County's assistant county attorney for sexually harassing coworkers.
Duncan Goldberg joins us now with a look at sports. Duncan, tough day for the Vikings.
Yeah, tough, depending on how you look at it.
True.
Tough for Zimmer because such a fantastic run. We talked about earlier. First 4 years, fantastic, but last 4 have been tough. And guess what? We'll fill you in on a little bit more of that coming up next in sports as the Vikings transition to a new era in search for a new head coach and general manager.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChev.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChev.com, a better way to buy.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Baki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Baki. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. A deadly storm system tore through America's heartland. The people of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee have a long road to recovery. And now it's time for each of us to help heal the heartland. Text HL Tornado to 51555 and donate to the Salvation Army relief efforts. Every donation goes directly to relief efforts in those areas. Learn more at CBS3Duluth.com. Live, local, CBS3, helping heal the heartland.
I remember my son was going to grow up without a father.
I didn't think someone at 23 could be diagnosed with breast cancer.
I was probably the healthiest I had been in my life.
Early detection of a melanoma saved my life.
I survived testicular cancer because of early detection.
I survived cancer not once but twice because of early detection.
During the pandemic, you may have delayed or canceled routine cancer screenings. It's time to get those appointments back on the books. Early detection saves lives.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready! We don't have time for spills. Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
It's time for live local CBS3 Sports with Duncan Goldberg.
Well, we've hinted at this one for a while now, but today it became officially official. The Minnesota Vikings have parted ways with head coach Mike Zimmer and general manager Rick Spielman. And it was a wild and successful run for both Rick and Mike. Zimmer spent 8 years as the head coach of the Vikes with a regular season record of 72, 56-1 and a riveting NFC Championship run in 2017. The same can be said for Spielman, who spent 16 seasons with the Vikings and 10 years as the general manager with multiple successful draft picks and free agency moves. But at the end of the day, the two could not get the job done for the Vikings and failed to bring a Super Bowl championship to Minnesota. The system, it became stale, and it was time for a change.
We're a first-class organization, a place that I think any coach or GM will want to come to, and we strongly believe we need new leadership to elevate our football team, and our goal is to consistently contend and win championships. We have a plan for how we're going to move forward. We're going to utilize our relationships and network of resources to make the best possible choice. The process will be methodical, comprehensive, and we're looking for strong leaders, communicators, collaborators. Again, we have tremendous appreciation for our fans, and we want to bring them the championships that they expect and deserve.
The Wolves said that the process is already underway and that they will hire a general manager first, followed by a head coach. And after that, keep an eye on Kirk Cousins because he might be the next Vikings domino to fall. And there is one collegiate team in the Northland that has yet to lose a game this season, and that team lives in Bulldog country. The UMD men's basketball team is currently 15-0. And this past weekend, redshirt junior guard Drew Blair stole the show and put up his 1,000th career point Saturday night against Concordia St. Paul, reaching the milestone in just 58 games. Blair averages 18.7 points per game, right in front of four-time NSIC North Division Player of the Week, sophomore forward Austin Andrews. Head coach Justin Wick says Blair has gone from the third and fourth player on the scouting report to the first due to the development in his strength and trust in his teammates.
A really talented player, can score in a lot of different ways, really crafty, so he gives the defense a lot of problems. He's not just a shooter. To be able to get to 1,000 pretty much in 2 years, right? It was a full first year, 13 games last year, 15 this year. That's about 2 full years, so big credit to him, and he's got 2.5 years here to keep on adding onto it.
I give all the thanks to all my coaches and teammates. Obviously, like you said, I couldn't do it without them. Constantly putting me in positions to score. It's when you know that your coaches and teammates trust you to make the right play. Obviously, it's a lot of hard work over the years, but I obviously couldn't do it without the guys around me.
Blair says he competes with the no one can guard me mentality and loves to take the big shots. The fifth-ranked Dogs have road matchups at Winona State and Upper Iowa this weekend. And in college hockey news today, after not playing this weekend due to COVID-19, the men's team goes up to the 7th-ranked team in the country. Women, they fall from 8th to 9th, but they neither played.
Well, best of luck to that men's basketball team, though.
They're rolling. We'll see if we
15-0.
we can get a long March run from them, but that'll be fun because it'd be changing, the tune a little bit. It's normally a hockey team.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's the men's basketball.
We love the basketball,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Thanks, Duncan. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, a mask mandate is in the hands of the Duluth City Council. We'll have the latest from tonight's meeting and how it will impact you tonight at 10.
Well, Dave, sounds like some good news. Going to be warming up.
Yeah, it will be warming up. Warm fronts will be working their tricks here overnight tonight, and below zero will become a memory for the next 7 days.
Right.
Tonight may be a little bit brisk, but the next 7 more, or 6 or 7 or so, will be positive readings, and daytime highs will push into the 20s. Tuesday, cloudy but mild. Wednesday, partly sunny and mild. Maybe a little light snow comes in late Wednesday night in through Thursday. Not a huge deal. 1 inch to 3 inches perhaps possible on Friday. Then a bit cooler for the weekend, back to normal, 15 to 20, but that's 15 to 20 above with positive readings even for the overnight lows.
Yeah, so long to those cold temperatures. We hope to not see you for a while, but we hope to see you at 10 o'clock tonight.